But I think as long as I'm doing what I need to, I know I'll
Mm-hmm.
get better anyway, because that's just the quality of the programming. Like, it's just facts. If you see this phase out, you will see the return of it.
Yeah.
But not getting, if I couldn't do, oh, well, you've missed the 1 hour zone 2, I'm like, so be it. I'm not
Don't worry about
a
it.
professional athlete. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think that's a big one early on, of people being like, I'm going to do absolutely everything. And it's like, now I
You
know,
don't
I'm
need
like,
to.
you don't need to. You're right.
You better just be consistent with like less things. So like pick the bare minimum you want to get done, and then if you can check those bits off and they keep progressing, like great.
That's
Any
it.
more than that's bonus.
And I think I also now sort of accept that people will progress at different rates as well,
Yeah.
because of the time or the intensity that they're able to invest into it. And I think early on, if you sort of join, because I think at the time I was probably too bad really to join. And I think in the years since, everything's got more inclusive in a positive way. But I feel like at the time when I joined, I was the shittest person by like quite a significant distance, which has changed, I think, over the years, because there's been a wider branch out, and when you started option A, B, C, that sort of stuff, which is amazing. But it was just too attractive not to at the time, regardless of where I was.
Yeah. There's two things I want to pick on what you just said. There's the dial that you mentioned. Like sometimes, if you got Mobile coming up or whatever comp it is, like you've got to learn to have that dial. And if you want to go a bit more all in, for a 6 week period or whatever it is,
Yeah, absolutely.
like, then ramp it up. That's one place. And for us guys that pretty much work full time, like that's sustainable. Doing it hard for 6 weeks.
Yes.